Bono, on my birthday, paid for my meal.
That's amazing.
He paid for my meal.
So over the years, you've met an abundance of celebrities. Obviously, if you're in time in Soccer AM and other like experiences you've had. So obviously, I know you've met Bill Murray as well, which is when I saw that video, I was like, that's ridiculous. Bill Murray, a Ghostbuster. You've met,
and it was
Bill
so
Murray.
weird because I tell the story, people who haven't seen it. I worked in Whistler, in a ski resort in Canada, for a year, and this guy I knew, Chris. Wasn't a close friend, but I lived with a mate of mine, and we were watching a Bill Murray film on the evening. He was a ski instructor. I worked in a restaurant on the mountain, and and he was going after us, going, oh, I love Bill Murray so much. He's my hero. If I could meet anyone in the world, it's Bill Murray. He was literally just going on for about 5 minutes about how much he loved Bill Murray, and I didn't know that much about Bill Murray at the time. Really, I've seen Ghostbusters and knew him from Caddyshack, a few things.
Yeah,
like things
Stripes.
Like that. Yeah, a few things like that. Yeah, and I didn't know as much about him as I do now. And then I went to work the next day at the Rendezvous restaurant, which was like towards the top of the mountain, and Bill Murray came in. Bill Murray's there. I was going, that mental. And Chris, because he was a ski instructor for kids, at lunchtime he was downstairs in the kids bit at the bottom, giving them all lunch. So I went down to him. I went, Bill Murray's upstairs. He went, shut up. I swear to God, Bill Murray.
He must have literally been like, no way, you're having me on. He came,
I said, come on, he's just finishing his food, come on and go. I'll go see him, and Bill Murray was just leaving at the time, and he came running over and said, oh, Bill, Chris, I just want to say, I love you, and all this, it's amazing, your film's great, and all this sort of stuff like that. And Bill Murray said to him, hey man, and he goes, good to meet you. He goes, sorry I'm wearing gloves and you can't actually touch me. And it was so great.
That's such a Bill Murray thing to say.
It was, and he was just in a group ski lesson. He wasn't like in a private thing. He just like got on a random people.
That is good to see.
Yeah,
I imagine Bill Murray is a bit like what he's like in his films. Maybe in person.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't chat to him, but I think he was. I mean, he gave someone a nice tip when they gave him his food and all that. But he seemed like he doesn't care about all the nonsense. Do you know what I mean? He just seemed to be having a good time.
Just having a good time. But that's the way to do it. I think if I was in this position, I'd do that as well.
Yeah.
Just
You might as well enjoy yourself.
Exactly. I'd hate to be. I see like especially American celebrities, they just get swamped on. They have no private life. You can't go out and do anything.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of like cover yourself up, like especially like in LA and stuff. These big stars.
Yeah. Yes. If you're Madonna, I accept, or someone like that, I accept it's hard. You haven't got much control over it. If you're that big, people are going to be following you everywhere you go. But I think most people can kind of avoid it. Ricky Gervais, you never see him in the papers, the celebrity bits, because he doesn't do anything. He doesn't go to these places generally.
No.
Sort of thing. You can choose a lot. I went out with.
I'd love to meet him, by the way. I'd love to meet Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I've not met him. I saw him once. Actually, having said that, I saw him walking out the Ivy once of an evening, just for the distance in London. But I think I went out with, Gavin Henson. Do you remember him, the rugby player? He used to go to Charlotte Church. Was married to Charlotte Church for a bit. He came on Soccer AM. We went out for drinks afterwards, and it was the time he just started going out to Charlotte Church. It's quite big news. Spent the entire afternoon drinking in Richmond with him and his mates. No one's bothering you, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's only in the evening when you go to the certain clubs that all the celebrities go to that he's getting papped.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not.
I've heard of people.
You can hide. I think people think that you have no control of things, and yeah, there are things. If you put yourself in the public eye, then people will recognise you and might come to you and say hello.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like, I put my kids in the videos, and everyone says, people say, "Oh, are you worried about that?" I mean, well, no. What do you know about my kids? You know, Harlow, my 3-year-old son's quite cute. You don't see. I never put any of the. He's not always like that. I don't put any of the bad things in like that. But no one knows anything about them. And if they don't like it in the future, take them down. I mean, it's not.
Exactly.
It's not. I think people worry too much about that and about how things are, how much control you have over stuff. Well, you've got control of what you put out.
Yeah, I think you gotta be careful. But like, I think there's nothing wrong with. No, like I've seen obviously your children in your videos and stuff, and like it's normal.
Yeah.
Like, no one would ever like
There's nothing embarrassing. There's funny things that happen.
That's the word I was looking for.
There's funny things that happen that would be embarrassing to them if they went in the video, but very funny. And I'll show, if I take a photo or something, I'll show my wife, I might show some friends or something like that. I'm not going to put it somewhere publicly where they could be embarrassed in the future.
No, of course.
And equally, if my kids become teenagers and go, I don't like this stuff on the internet, I'll take them all down.
Exactly, yeah. Right, so the big question I wanted to ask for this video was, who is the scariest celebrity you've ever met?
Scariest in what sense?
In terms of you're with them and you're like, maybe a bit
strong,
intimidated. No, probably like intimidated. Maybe like they might have had like a persona that you've heard of. You might have been a bit like, oh, this could be a bit intense.
Meatloaf was mental. He came on Soccer AM, and he was probably mental. But I quite liked him. A lot of the other guys I worked with didn't like him. I thought he was. There we go. I never have him on again. But I think he was just playing a character. He was just being loud and being. Imposing. But then we had Ray Winston's been on, and he's obviously like a tough guy.
Yeah, I like Ray Winston.
Neil Ruddock once crushed my testicles in his hands when I was doing sketches like that, and I think that's the most pain I've ever been in. That was on
Why did he do that?
Because we were doing a joke about him being fat, I think. I can't remember. I wasn't even speaking. I don't know why I got targeted. But yeah.
Get Robbie.
Yeah.
Get Robbie.
So I did a video with him fairly recently, and his head's about twice the size of my head.
I saw the thumbnail, and he's like
lovely guy.
Yeah,
lovely guy, and really sensitive and nice as well. That I don't think you'd expect.
Yeah, I saw him in Harry Redknapp's. You know, he's the Sandbanks thing.
He came across really well on that.
He was, he was. I was watching with my mum and my dad, and yeah, came across really well on that. Really nice.
Yeah, it's good. So, so in answer to your question, I don't. Maybe Meatloaf, sort of, in that sort of. It wasn't really scary.
Maybe not scary is the best word. Maybe like what's the most? Maybe what's like the awkwardest or like the most intense meeting you've had, like being with a celebrity?
Yeah, Mark Bosnich, the former goalkeeper, came on Soccer AM, and he was a bit like it was after he'd had his problems with drugs, and he'd come back and he decided he wanted to make a comeback as a goalkeeper, but he hadn't played for like 3 or 4 years, and he was going to be in the Premier League in 6 months. And I mean, you sort of listen to him, he seemed confident. I was sort of thinking, I don't know if you can just take 3 years out of Premier League football. I don't know. I'm by no means a footballer that, and it didn't come to anything. But when he came on, he was, he seemed a bit sort of gone in the head a bit. So he said beforehand, I was talking to him, and like not everyone has to watch Soccer AM. I get that. Not everyone will be regularly watching it. But I said to him, do you watch Soccer AM? He said, no. I said, okay. I said, have you ever seen it? No. I said, ever heard of it? He goes, no. Like, what? You played, I don't know, what must be, at least 8 years or something in the Premier League. Like, you've never walked through a room when it's been on. You've never heard anyone mention it.
Yeah, in 8 years. One of the most popular shows.
I'm not saying you have to watch it. I'm not saying you have to like it, but you must have heard of
Soccer AM. Everyone's heard of Soccer AM.
Yeah, and if you're there's absolutely no way. So he must have. I don't know, he must have taken so many drugs that he's forgotten or something like that, I don't know. And then halfway through towards the end of the show, and to be fair, he was perfectly nice, he was really, really lovely, but then halfway through the show, or with about 2 breaks to the end, so there are 2 parts of the show left, so there probably have like 8 or 9 parts of the show. With 2 breaks to go, he just said, can I go home now? And I said, during the air break, I said, he sat on the sofa and Tim and Helen were presenting the next time. I said, yeah, like normally guests stay till the end of the show because that's what we do, sort of thing. But obviously you're an adult human being, so you can do whatever you like. So if you want to go, you can. But most people stay to the end. He went, I'd like to go, please. I went, okay. So I said, Mark's going to go now, and he Mark wants to go home now. He went, all right, okay. He went, bye. I just walked out of the studio and went. And then it's like, it's 5, 4, 3. Come back to the show. And Tim goes, Mark Bosnich got home. That's really weird. He wasn't being nasty. He wasn't in a mood. He wasn't angry. He just was a bit. I can imagine. It was the vibe of someone who's taken a lot of drugs. Yeah. And it's not.
Oh, I can imagine how awkward that would be.
Yeah, it was a good story, didn't it?
That is a great story. Yeah. And thank you for sharing it. It's brilliant. One more question. One last one. Sorry for keeping you so long.
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I had a lovely time. Thoroughly enjoying it.
Honestly, that's amazing. Who's the one person in the world that you'd love to meet? If you could go out for a day with them, spend the day with them, go for a nice lunch.
That's a great question.
A nice walk and a chat.
Okay.
One person.
It's really tough. Barack Obama would be up there because he'd be good fun, I reckon.
Barack Obama.
That'd be really
that's
good.
A big one, isn't it?
That'd be good. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
Because I really like Bruce Springsteen. I think he looks like a lovely guy. He's the exact same age to the day and year as my mum.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So, and growing up, he was always, his music was always on when I was growing up. I've been to see him quite a few times. Really love him. He seems like a lovely guy. Seems like he's had an interesting life. Lovely man to have a chat with. I saw.
That's a great. What's
the guy from? What's the guy from Outnumbered's name? Hugh Dennis.
Oh, Hugh Dennis. From What the Week.
Yeah. Hugh Dennis. I saw Hugh Dennis doing some stand-up at something once, and he was talking about a friend who loved Bono. And this is ruining Hugh Dennis's joke, so I apologise if anyone's going to see Hugh Dennis. So he's talking about he had his friend who loved U2 and was absolutely obsessed with them. It was her birthday, and she went out for lunch in this restaurant. It's quite a nice restaurant. She looked over at the table on her birthday, and Bono was sat at this table having lunch. Like the chances, unreal. Oh my god, that's unbelievable. Over there, like, that's unbelievable. He's having lunch with this other bloke, and it's just amazing. And then, okay, so Bono went to the toilet at one point. She went over. She goes, "Look, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I love." To this other guy, went up to the other guy and said, "I really love you two so much. Bono's just my hero. It's my birthday today. Do you think I might possibly be able to get a photo with him?" And the other guy's going, "Yeah, he's a lovely guy. I'm sure he'll be happy to." Look, we're just finishing our meal. I'll give you a shout before we go, and you can do that then. Would that be right? He goes, "Yeah." So anyway, has the meal. Sure enough, they finish off. The other guy beckons over, introduces to Bono and all this stuff, and has a little photo, have a little chat. It's made up, it's absolutely brilliant. Bono and his mate leave, and the other people, the birthday girls that are finishing her meal, goes to pay and go, "No, sorry, your meal's been paid for by that table there." She's going, "What? Bono on my birthday paid for my meal?"
That's amazing.
He paid for my meal. And the waiter goes, "No, not Bono, the guy who's with Bruce Springsteen." So she's going up to Bruce Springsteen this entire time going, "I love Bono," and all this. Yeah.
You just blow my head off. No way.
How mad's that? What a great story. Go see
the whole time he was just like, "Oh, that's amazing.
Crazy.
Isn't
that a lovely story though?
That is
in
brilliant.
Every way.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
That's amazing.
That is brilliant. That is fantastic.
So
and I'd be a bit starstruck seeing Bono. Like, Bono, you know what I mean?
First gig I went to was U2, and it's still possibly one of the best gigs I've ever been to. Incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I'm going to say 93.
Oh, where did you see that?
Wembley Stadium.
Oh, fantastic.
Zoo TV tour. Yeah, and it was this whole stage. I've never seen a show like it that's had so much stage design and stuff going on in it, sort of thing. It wasn't just like a band with some lights and that playing a stage. It was like this incredible set and all this theatre to it.
It's a dream of mine to see a gig like that.
Unreal. Definitely. I haven't seen them for years. As soon as they play next, I'm going to go back. I don't know why. It's been so long, but yeah, I want involved.
Amazing. Right. I think that's pretty much where we can leave it today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for driving all the way down to sunny Kent.
Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on and to give me the opportunity to have you on the channel. It's been absolutely. I've had so much fun today. Thank you so much for taking your time to speak with me.
A pleasure.
Yeah.
And do the subscribe thing. If you've come here for me, which might have happened, because I'll share it, so that, then do the subscribey thing that's down there somewhere. Don't worry, I'll never remember where it is. Is that side?
I don't know. Wait, if they're looking at us, we'll both do each side, and then we can't go wrong. If you go that way.
That's like a mirror, so that's not right. It's the opposite of that. I think it's there. Let's go there.
Go that way.
Hit whatever you can see there, press it.
Just spam your mouse button. But yeah, guys, that is where we're going to leave it today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash the like button, comment down below what you thought of the video, and be sure to go over to Robbie's channel, subscribe, check out his videos. They're absolutely fantastic. But yeah, once again, thank you for tuning in, guys. Till next time, take care.